Hi, sports fans. Just kidding. Halloween 2010 is coming up, so I thought I'd do something, a book, graphic novel review, report, in the spirit of that, since it's coming up in a little under 2 weeks. So to get in the spirit, today's book review report is on Elektra Lives Again by Frank Miller and Lynn Varley. This came out in 1990. This hardcover is from my collection, and this particular book, I guess, is a little tattered. I've had it for 20 years. It's been through a couple of moves. I don't know how it got torn like that. It was missing for a while. My wife just recently found it, and I told her I was looking for it, so she turned it up. It was $24.95 back then. I think it has since been reprinted, and it comes out in softcover too, if I'm not mistaken. So if you ever use Amazon, you can try that, or whatever, Google. There's no shortage of ways to find information on things nowadays. When this came out, it was just before he did his Sin City series, and I was kind of disappointed with Sin City personally, because after reading this, it seemed like Frank Miller and his partner Lynn Varley had, as a unit, had reached the zenith of their art and color. I'll show you as many examples as I can. And then right after this came out, his next release was Sin City, which is in black and white. So I was a little disappointed, but he's an artist, he's entitled to do whatever. And again, Lynn Varley was the colorist, so I heard, I'm not quite sure, but I heard that there was some sort of a breakup, so maybe he had to do the black and white, whatever. That was what he was into. This has kind of a supernatural aspect to it, some sort of rite, which is, again, why I kind of am recommending it for Halloween. It's also kind of geared towards adults. It's more serious. This is similar to what he did for the Batman Returns. They came out, I believe, in '86, somewhere back then, and which changed the way that Batman was perceived. Up till then, Batman had been kind of, lighthearted, and there was comedy, the Joker, but after the Batman Returns, that changed. It was more serious. The Joker was a criminal, a vicious criminal, and there were scenes where he was, and that I'll show you similarities. But this is, I'm trying to get this whole page, kind of an Escher-esque feel to it. Again, the color is very nice. The renderings are pretty detailed. And scene at the cemetery, again, nicely done, and in the Halloween spirit also. So if you get a chance, this is in my collection, so of course I'm recommending it. I could probably, maybe not every page, but it's just, this is a nice page where he's jumping off the balcony. He lands on the wire there, and there he's running along the ledge. I've never been a big Daredevil fan, but I know a little bit. He's very athletic, and what makes it more impressive is he's blind. So according to the comic books, all of his other senses are heightened. The next pages go on to show a fight scene. I'm in the middle of reading it myself again, so I forget exactly. This might be a dream sequence. but he's fighting a bunch of ninjas that are in white to be camouflaged in the snow. Fight scenes are excellent. Let me see if I can get them in order here for you. And you might be able to pause those if you'd like. A couple more. Again, I really liked it, so I'm going to show you as much as I can reasonably get away with. Very nice with the red and the black and the white and the snow. And let's see, a little bit more there. Some libraries now, or well, yeah, some libraries are carrying graphic novels, so if you don't want to go out and buy it, you might check with your local library. If they don't have it, they are open to requests on acquisitions. Here's a full page panel. No dialogue. There's a lot of those in here. It's just the action. Very nice rendering. A couple of ninjas coming up to the jail. Okay, here's at the morgue. I believe this. Now again, this has been a while since the last time I read this, but I believe that's the super villain that is his arch enemy. Here's a scene at the morgue, and those are all stiffs or dead corpses, dead bodies. And if I'm not mistaken, part of it is to reanimate the villain, who is Bullseye, I believe, if I remember correctly. And again, Miller treats this stuff a little more seriously and more adult. There are the bodies coming to life, the dead bodies. And of course, a fight will ensue. And check out this bathroom here. If I can get that to... sorry about that. Let's see how to... Okay. I mean, very nice for a comic book type thing. A couple more pages. I think the fight... There's more of the zombies now, I guess you'd call them, since they're animated dead bodies coming out of the morgue lockers. And very nice fight scenes. You know, a lot of martial art poses and here. Here's Murdoch and a bad guy having a psychic battle, a cage match, if you will, in which they're fighting each other with their minds. And so I won't show you every page. Some are better than others, but here's I'm going to show you a lot though. A ninja attacking him at his loft, shoots the arrow. Murdoch's catching it. It's like stop motion. The ninja is in the process of following up with an attack with the sword, and then they go on to battle, and you know, hand to hand and whatnot. Of course, Murdoch being the superhero, but he is challenged. This kind of reminds me of a page from The Dark Knight Returns, which I'll have to do a review of that. Even though it's been out since '86, it is a classic. And but this, even though that was a seminal work, this one, in my opinion, as far as artwork, was even better. I mean, as you'll see if you compare the two, the artwork on this is just very nice. If you get a chance, There's another rendering. And there's a lot of these pages that they just have no dialogue, it's just artwork. Here's an example, I believe, of 2 full pages, not a word, just, you know, it lets the art do the story. And the next. Still, now this, again, this is where Miller kind of introduces this is the Miller thing where the villain and the hero are in intense combat, and this reminds me of the Dark Knight Returns, where it was Batman and the Joker was like similar to this. And prior to that, the Joker had always been laughing, but the Joker wasn't laughing in The Dark Knight Returns. It was intense and it was serious. So, and it goes on. So I'm not going to show you the ending, but if you want a good Halloween read this 2010 and you get the opportunity, I recommend Elektra Lives Again. Till next time. Peace and whoo-hoo-boo.